Hello everyone, and welcome back to COD Zombies without the COD. This is the series where I play, review, and rank COD Zombies clones, and in today's episode, we'll be covering Roblox's rZombies. rZombies is a Black Ops 3 style zombies clone developed on Roblox. The game is currently being worked on by 4 developers from what I can see on their community tab. If you want more information, I'll leave a link below as per usual, as well as one to the game itself. Now let's go into the game and see what it has to offer. Going in, the menu is just spectacular. I love the tribute to Black Ops 3 with the forest setting, and your player character sitting by the campfire. I was immediately caught off guard by what seemed to be something I've never encountered in these clones before, and that is a gobblegum system. Called Cosmic Chews in this game, we have a small variety of gobblegums to choose from. These consist of the classic category, which has Eye Candy, Newtonian Negotiation, Now You See Me, In Plain Sight, and Lucky Crit. Then, we have the Mega category, which has Wall Power, Phoenix Up, Aftertaste, I'm Feeling Lucky, and Idolize. While a limited selection, I'm still impressed this game managed to include a gobblegum system. Earning them is easy. When you earn Astro Coins, the game's equivalent of liquid divinium, you can exchange 100 coins per gum, so 1 gum is 100 coins, and 3 gums are 300 coins. They actually function as they should in-game, with a cost of 1,500 points to spin. Next up, we have the ability to change our spawn weapon and our HUD. You have a wide variety of guns to spawn in with, unlocking new guns by leveling up. You can spawn in with stuff like the RK5, M1911, MR6, Makarov, basic pistols, but then you can unlock things that are a bit stranger like the PM63 and the ray gun of all things. This is a neat way to incentivize grinding the game by giving players a new advantage when leveling up. Then there's the HUD customization. You can choose HUDs from a variety of games in the series such as Cold War, World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3. This is a great feature as you really get to personalize your loadout by spawning in with the MR6 and using a Black Ops 3 HUD. Then there's other standard options such as updates and how to play, but there's also a tutorial, something we haven't seen in the main series since Black Ops 4. The tutorial is a large open space with a single barrier for zombies to come through. They actually can't go near you unless you let them out. Next to all the perks, wall buys, mystery box, pack-a-punch, and cosmic chew machine are little information bits about how each item functions, which is a really neat addition. It seems the tutorial is all you can access when you're new to the game, and you have to kill zombies in the tutorial world until level 5 to access the main game, which is a small bit off to me, but I suppose I could see why it's done this way. Then we have the open beta option. Clicking onto it, you're spawned into what I assume is a test for an Ascension map, which is very ambitious for a game like this, but I'll talk about Ascension later as we need to focus on the main game first. Before we play, there's a character selection option, but all the skins are behind a paywall so I can't access any of them. The skins for the most part are what you'd expect, with there being Primus, Ultimus, and the Victus crews from the original series. Then we have the Left 4 Dead crew, the US Presidents? Queso? Sterling. Okay, some of these get a bit strange. I'm not sure if these skins have character codes with them during gameplay, but if someone knows and could tell me in the comments, that'd be great. Now we can actually get into the game itself. We're met with a server list so you can choose to join other players during their game if you want to, which is always nice to see. But we'll be going solo to have an uninterrupted experience. This game has a total of 14 maps to play, but I'll only be covering a few of them for the sake of time. One thing I liked was how none of these maps were from the original game. Well, kinda. You'll see what I mean. Some of the standout maps I won't be going too in depth with are New Warehouse, and if you're familiar with the series, yes, this is the same warehouse map from episode 1 of the series and COD Zombies Portable. The Christmas special map from that game also makes an appearance, as well as Enthalton, which claims to have been an unused map from COD Zombies Portable. I think things like these are really fun. I never would have expected to see a remake of other clone maps. There's also a one barrier map that is exactly what it says in the title. There's Eviction. Yes, the campaign mission from World at War. Then there's the ruins from Undertale? Really? Alright then. Regardless, the map I'll be focusing on for this video are Lighthouse, Grim City, Forsaken Frontiers, Cheese Tower, No Man's Land, and Hollow. Something I found peculiar was, in some of the map descriptions, they say if they're either non-canon or lore-based, so I guess this game has some sort of story in its maps. But without further delay, let's just get right into our first map, Lighthouse. Lighthouse, not a remake of the Fan Zombies map on Fortnite, is an original map. Lighthouses seem to be like a popular theme in these clone zombie games. You'll see what I mean in future episodes. The map is very simple, just open all the doors, which there are like 4 of, and you'll unlock everything. No power switch necessary. It's just a nice little survival map with nothing too special to it. Next up on the list is Grim City, and when hearing the music, I thought it was some sort of Shadows of Evil reimagining or something. But no, weirdly enough, the map has some sort of opening cutscene of your character going around corners until they reach spawn. Alright, that's cool I guess. But when you actually gain control of your character, the zombies are like 2 inches from your face. This map is also nothing that special. Honestly, the layout was confusing. A lot of the streets looked very samey and it wasn't easy to traverse by any means. I wish I had more to say about these maps, but they honestly don't offer anything too much. There's nothing unique here from what I've seen so far. There's no buildables, unique wonder weapons, or even perks exclusive to certain maps. It's just different map layouts with the exact same game mechanics. Now we have Forsaken Frontiers, and oh my god, this has to be the worst map in the game! It has a massive layout, and most of the space just seems useless. You're just wandering around this big map that's big for the sake of being big. I think you can build the power switch, but I just couldn't find any other parts. It's just an annoying map to traverse that's big for the sake of being big. Next up we have Cheese Tower, and I want to start by saying I know I've been really negative, so allow me to cleanse your palates with a map I really enjoyed. Cheese Tower is a map that has a real challenge to it. You have to fight your way up an extremely tall tower, your weapons and perks getting better with each floor you ascend. Once you reach the top, you get access to Pack-a-Punch and PhD Flopper, which is a very good reward. The zombies are constantly sprinting, so you really need to just fight non-stop. Then I discovered the hard way, this map has a surprise Panzer at round 15, which ultimately ended my game. But this is what I love to see, a unique experience. The map also made me realize this game had 2 perks not in the originals. There's Banana Colada, which is a fan-made perk that's been going around the community for years. Then the Cut Ammo-matic perk that was meant to appear in World at War. It's essentially a max ammo machine for 10,000 points. Alright, I'm feeling pretty good after that last map. Now let's see No Man's Land. This map is what it sounds like. It's No Man's Land from Moon, where you have to just survive for as long as possible under a timer. It's a pretty intense challenge and you really need to pick and choose when to grab a perk or mystery box spin. I chose it because it was what I meant when I said kinda about there being all original maps. Now we have our second last map in this video, Hollow. Now, judging from this map's assets, I'm pretty sure this map is taken from some sort of Valve game, but I'm not sure for certain. The zombies in this map are cyborgs, which is actually kinda cool. The map itself has a somewhat confusing layout, but it's also a little more cohesive than Grim City. Now for our final map. It's the previously mentioned Ascension beta, and wow. I know it's just a beta, but this already has me so hopeful for what this game could be. First of all, it's a very little adaptation of Ascension, and the fact it wasn't another Noct or Kino remake is always a welcome addition. The guns feel so much better in this version, not bouncing all over my screen when I'm shooting and having an actual manageable recoil. And hey, hipfire is a viable strategy now. The black and white screen before you turn on power was surprising to me. The map has some odd differences, like PhD Flopper being moved elsewhere and double tap taking its place. With the map not being available for private matches, I had to play with a teammate, so shout out to SpongeBob97930 for being my valuable teammate. One thing I was very curious about was if the rocket launch would happen, and if the space monkeys would appear. But I'd never find out. For whatever reason, my game was lagging so much. It was literally unplayable. I wish I could have given this map a more thorough review, but as it stands, I'll have to wait until the map is properly implemented. Now let's finally get into how the gameplay itself functions. Let's start off with the guns. There is so damn many. This game has guns spawning across World at War, Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, and Black Ops 3. All the gun models seem to be ripped right out the actual game, and most of the animations are impressively accurate to the source material. The ray gun is absolutely the best weapon in the game. You're able to triple pack it and become an unstoppable god in combination with PhD Flopper. However, the guns have a very weird recoil that makes you miss a good few of your shots, which is just odd. The zombies themselves are insane, especially on Cheese Tower and No Man's Land, where they're at full sprint from the beginning. They are a force to be reckoned with. No gun will save you once you're cornered by them. They bunch up together in these tight hordes, and given how much the maps rely on tight spaces and corridors, a shotgun is literally the only usable weapon against them. Their spawn points are also so messy. They spawn from the ground in practically every room, so nowhere's really safe to hold down the fort. The perks all function as they should. I don't see any mistakes. Having both double taps, 1 and 2, is kinda odd, but the option is always nice. Electric Cherry is also the best perk in the game by far. Instead of just stunning the zombies when you reload, it deals a full Wonder Waffle effect, killing them in a chain of lightning. But now, it's time to come to my conclusion. Overall, the base game leaves me wanting a lot more. Most of the maps are stitched together using assets from pre-existing games, with perks and wall buys just scattered around at random. However, the Ascension beta leaves me with hope that this game will get cleaned up and become a far more competent experience. I'll leave this game at a respectful B tier. I'd say it isn't on par with the source material, with the game's maps clearly going for quantity over quality. Play it if it seems like a fun time, but you have other options. Hey everyone, Moss here, and I just want to say thanks for watching as per usual. I'm actually recording a lot of these episodes weeks in advance, which is probably not the best idea, as they probably update by the time I get my videos out, but we won't worry about that. I want to end this video with a little announcement that the series will have at least 2 seasons. This is Season 1, and it will last 6 episodes with a bonus episode at the end. And then, Season 2, with enough traction, I hope to get at least 12 episodes, and we'll see what happens from there. As for next week's episode, I'll be covering PlayStation Dreams' World on Fire. I hope to see you all there.